You got it.
All right. How'd you do?
I did all right.
You did very good.
I guess.
Very good for your first time. All right, we're back. What are we working on today, Mr. Tucker?
Blade skin.
Blade skin. What's a blade skin?
The thing that goes on the blade of a dozer.
That's what this is down here, isn't it?
Yeah. So
you guys see we've got, there's actually two pieces there. Blade skins. These actually come from Paint Valley Equipment. We're a dealer for them. So what we got here is a 650J XLT that I bought at auction. This machine will be for sale, isn't that right? So what are we going to do here? Going to tell these fine folks?
Well,
Tucker's going to attempt to do a little bit of welding. He's been taking some welding classes, so you guys can see corners got some holes in them. It's kind of typical. We got some dents and stuff. There's actually a big scallop in here. It's probably kind of hard to see on camera. You guys might be able to see that. If that wasn't scallop bad, we'd probably just come in here and patch these corners up. They always get wore through. From here up, it's not too bad. There's a couple dents, but we're going to go ahead and put a whole skin on there since Tucker needs practice welding, isn't that right?
Yeah, that's true.
So you guys can see we've been prepping on it. I can tell you guys what, tell them what you did yesterday up here in the top edge. You guys can see that top edge is pretty straight right now. It wasn't like that, was it?
Torch and sledgehammer and a big old crescent wrench.
Yeah, so I like to get all this stuff straightened up. You can see these heat marks here. There was dents and stuff where people's probably hit trees, rocks, whatever. So I got that all straightened up. That's looking pretty good down through there. I like to get that all done first so everything's looking nice. Got the edges grounded and everything, so it's ready to weld. You guys will notice we've got a shiny mark through here. We got one up here. The reason is we'll actually cut some holes in the sheet. We'll show you here in a little bit. I usually put like 2 or 3 holes through here. It's what I call a plug weld. So we'll make it hit on this high spot. We don't want to do it in a low spot down here. So we'll make these little plugs. We'll cut a little oval shape out. That way we can get a good weld in there. And we'll keep that sheet bonded against the blade. So if not, you have a big air pocket in there. They'll come loose, wear out, and then you get dirt and stuff behind there. So what we're going to do, get these sheets up. We'll get one up on the forklift. We'll get all the primer ground off there. And we'll get some of those plugs cut in there. And then we'll get it set up. You ready?
Maybe.
Maybe.
You got it, bud.
So, you all know why I cut that off already?
I don't know.
So we laid our blade out. We got our plug holes in here. It's going to hit on our high spots. We actually measured out this curve, so that's where the blade's going to hit. I cut this extra meat off because that's just extra meat that we're going to have to warp around there and bend. So yeah, we'll have to push that thing back so it makes it a little easier on that. So Tucker's been grinding around the edges, getting that all prepped and ready. We're going to flip it up, do a little bit of grinding. You might hit those spots a little bit on the back. I've got the other half of the sheet laid out here. It's kind of what it looked like to begin with. Got my plug welds there angled out, so I'll let Tucker cut that one. Did you learn anything?
Kinda, you gotta, it looks like you heated it up a bit before you actually.
You just pull the trigger and let it rip. Well, it's got a drag tip, so you can drag it on the metal on that. So, all right, we'll finish getting this one ground up, and we'll get it on there, get it tacked on, and then we'll get the second one on. How's that sound?
Good, I guess.
Good, you guessed. All right. All right, got her flipped over, got her plugs ground off here, got her edges ground back a little bit. Prep is key with these situations. So I got the measure, and this blade face is only 32 inches tall, which only comes up to about right here. They kind of make these blade faces for a generic variety from 450s to 650s. So this is a 650, the blade's up a little taller. That means it's only gonna come into here, which is no big deal. If you guys look, this actually quits curving here and goes straight anyway, so you actually have to back bend it a little bit. No wear happens up here anyway, so we'll be fine there. First thing you wanna do whenever you're welding on these tractors, got electronics on them, always shut your disconnect off. That will save you a lot of headaches, expensive transmission controllers, engine controllers. So what we're gonna do, how I usually do it, we're gonna weld on a nut right here. Weld a nut there, we'll weld another one over here. That's basically gonna kind of hold the bottom of that sheet there and keep it from slipping down. And we'll flip it up here, we'll get the bottom all tacked in there, and then we'll kind of warp her in like that, just that easy, right?
I guess so. I've never
Yeah, sometimes they're a pain. And the reason they do these in 2 pieces, you guys may not be able to see, it's hard to see, but this thing has a little bit of a bow in it. It's probably got, I'm seeing about a 1/2 inch of bow. So what happens, people push on these edges a lot, and actually the blade will actually naturally bend back in the edges. So split that in 2 pieces. You can kind of lay one that way, another one that way, and take a lot of it out. You try to do one big piece, and you're trying to...
The center would be hitting.
Yeah, the center hits, and you got a big gap out here, and you're trying to warp that around. This is actually AR plate, so that stuff doesn't bend super easy. But that's why we do it in 2 pieces. So when we put that up, I've got the center line marked here, and then the blade. So we'll try to hold this sheet back about 1/8 inch. So we'll put the other one in, it'll be back about 1/8 inch, and we'll have about a 1/4 inch gap in there to weld up.
This looks, I don't know.
It's easy. I've done a bunch of them. All right, you got your welder costume on, bud?
Not yet.
Get her on, we need to weld on a couple nuts.
I don't like getting... Oh.
So you got her nuts tacked on here, guaranteed not to fall off.
Oh, those are falling off.
No, they better not.
Well, I can go around the whole thing if you want me to.
No, we gotta leave the top edge so that sheet will come down there. You should be fine. We'll leave the forklift up against there, so.
I don't think that's gonna stay, but...
They'll stay. Trust me.
No.
Trust me. All right.
How many ones you got put on?
Yeah, on this side, we'll have to do 2 on the other side. We won't get you too worked up with welding nuts on that. All right, we're gonna get this sheet flipped up here. All right, I got the forklift parked up against her, so if the sheet does slide off, it's gonna catch it. So we're gonna flip this dude up. You ready?
Will.
Huh?
Will. Which side's the top? This side?
This side over here is the top.
You got about a 1/2 inch to it.
Go your way. Where's your center line at?
From the top it's about, I don't know, maybe 3/8, and the bottom's, I don't know, that's pretty close.
What's the bottom?
Oh, an 1/8.
You need to go that way a little bit to compensate with the top.
Sure.
Is that enough?
Well, I don't think your line's not straight.
Oh, it could not be, no. What's the bottom?
Oh, it's about on it.
Okay, that's good enough for this first sheet.
No,
All right.
I'm very surprised that stayed at all.
You don't trust your tacks?
No, I do not.
Just don't put your toes under it. Looking pretty good here. We'll get the excavator or something to warp it in. So what we need to do now is get some tacks along this bottom, Tucker.
Okay.
And then what we'll do, we'll kind of just walk it up as we go. You don't want to tack the bottom and then the top, because you kind of got to push these back and curl them back against the blade. We're hitting pretty good in here. There's usually always a big gap in here because this gets wore and pushed back, so you can just get that the best you can. You got to fill it in. With this from here up, I'll have to push that back. So it's looking pretty good. Our grinder marks on. See why we do all that stuff first? It's all nice and clean that way.
Get to it.
Yeah, save some time. All right, hitting on your top. We're gonna get some tacks on this dude.
Where are we tacking on, Bob?
I tack. See, it's hitting right here. You need you about 1 inch tack right there on that side.
Inch long?
See right here, bend over, look at it. See where it's sitting there?
Yeah.
Right there on the edge? Yep. Go ahead and tack that.
You want to do the whole thing?
Just about 1 inch long tack right there.
Buddy, I think the ground is not.
No, you're fine, go again. Beautiful.
Good enough.
Make sure you get up in that sheet. Get it bonded.
I don't think I've angled even close to enough on that.
Yeah, you need to concentrate your heat up towards that sheet.
I was not doing that.
So, are you hitting right there?
I might be.
Yeah, weld you about 1.5 inches right there.
Okay. Right here?
Yeah, where it's touching.
Kinda, not really touching.
Now it's tight as it's gonna get with a bulldozer blade.
Okay. Like that?
Yep, that'll work. I'm sitting over here by this fork and nuts, then come over here and weld this. That's enough on there to hold that probably. So I'm seeing a little bit of gap. We'll take, I got a mini excavator sitting out there, so we'll probably just take that and push it. Another thing I'll do too, you can do
a big gap in the middle.
This here, yeah, that's that low spot I was talking about. You guys can probably see that on camera now, so we'll be able to push that back some there like that, see?
Just hitting right there.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty good. So yeah, you're gonna have to bridge the gap on that. That's the way they usually are. So yeah, there's 2 ways you can do this. We'll take an excavator and probably push back with the teeth on there, push it back. You can take a chain and, you know, the porta power or a jack. You can put a block of wood or something here, put a chain around there and jack it up and push it in that way. I find it's quicker and easier to do it with the excavator.
I mean, if you have it, you might as well use it.
Yeah, excavator or backhoe works fine. So we'll go ahead and get this forklift out of the way. And you want to go ahead and you want to put the other sheet on first, and then we can get the forklift out of the way and just use the excavator.
Well, what about the middle?
Yeah, we can get it pushed down. Just go ahead and back it out and we'll get the excavator. Alright, oh bud, you got tacks popping loose here.
That one was not good. We don't talk about that.
Oh, you can grind it off.
I was trying to go up instead of down. I'm better at going down.
Not too bad looking tacks for a rookie. Must have learned something in welding class.
Well, basically self-taught, I guess.
Tucker's got this all tacked on. We got it pushed back there.
We don't look at that.
Yeah, you can fill those up and grind those off
I was
flush.
kind of just filling them.
We got baby tacks over here because we got to bring the other sheet in, and we still got to do the top. It's actually got to be pushed back a little bit, but we'll wait till we get the other half on here. And then we'll put the blade down and get that all done. What do you think? You ready to do the other one? Try. You can do it. You gonna plasma cut it this time?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, I got faith in you. See how that excavator is so much quicker than using the... You got to do a lot of...
Moving.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's get to it. All right, got the other one up here. Mr. Tucker's gonna try his hand at the plasma cutter.
I don't...
Have you used a plasma cutter yet?
No.
Nope, you're getting ready to. So I've got what they call a dragon tip on here.
So you can literally just set it?
You can literally just set it on there and drag it. We've got other kind of tips you want to get fine tuning. You got to hold it off. You can't let it touch. So basically all you got to do is put this on here, pull the trigger, and just start cutting like that. Oh, you'll be fine. You might want to practice on this.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Practice over here, maybe a couple cuts. I cut that other one a couple inches over. So there's 2 things you got to watch here. Your speed, how fast you're going, So I think we should be turned up on 80 amps here if I'm not mistaken. We need to go double check that because we got an 80 amp tip in here. So when you're cutting, you kind of want to keep an eye on your sparks going underneath here. I'll do a little quick. Yeah, if you're going too fast, your spark is going to start blowing out like this. So if you're going too slow, your arc's kind of hanging out, you'll start melting metal. So you want to have just a little bit of a lead to it. But if you're back like this, you're going too fast, you need to slow down until it straightens back up like that again. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'll show you an example going too fast. Helps if we turn it on first, right?
Yeah, that's true. I thought you left it on. You tell me.
I turned it off because it's making noise for all these people watching. Make sure we turn on 80 amps. Yep, it's on. So, yeah, or turn your helmet on, cut, either way. So whenever I'm going to start an edge, I'll hold that off so it's not blowing. You don't want to try to blow a hole. You're going to have to over there. I'll show you a little trick we do too. So you want to start off the edge here, light it up. See how that is going too fast and it's going back like that. And when you start a hole over there, I don't like to hold it straight down. What I'll do is I'll kind of lean it like that. The same way with the torch. If you do it like that, it's going to blow everything back up in the torch. So
when you start over here, then keep it blowing that way.
Either way, these holes don't really matter because it'll blow a hole out wherever it starts. So if I was doing something really neat, I'd probably start out in the center here and then work my way over. Kind of like our plasma table, it starts off the edge. So if I'm going to blow a hole, and you got to watch too how your sparks go. You can control your sparks. You got something over there you don't want to get, and you want to blow back the other way. So I'll lean it here. It don't have to be too much like that. Basically, it gives a place for those sparks to blow out. Instead of hold it like that, it's going to blow them out. So just get a little bit of angle. See how most of them blew out the angle first? You get a little bit of an angle in there. And practice over a couple times.
Probably a good idea.
Good idea. You're alright, you got a good speed going. Practice a couple holes, cutting a couple ovals. A little bit too much of an angle. There you go. Get your torch straightened back up. So one thing, since this dragon tip's on here, you're actually quite a ways from the end of the tip. And a plasma cutter will not start cutting if it's too far away from your workpiece, see what I'm saying? So if you're like that, it thinks it's too far away. So if you get too far away, it won't strike. It'll light up, but it won't start cutting. So you feel good about that? Cut that off here a couple inches out.
I don't know.
You got it.
How far out? Just like
a couple inches.
All the way here?
Yep, all the way through there. Another thing you got to keep an eye out too, you don't want your cord under your workspace and the metal falling down. Yeah, blowing holes into it because that has air lines and everything else in it. So I would probably start over here. So if the sheet does fall down, that cord's going to be behind you. See what I'm saying? All right, there you go.
Okay, let's try it. I don't know.
You can't mess it up. It's just we're going to trim it up again. So. Yeah, whenever you see those sparks float up, that means you're probably going a little fast. You're doing good. And watch your toes.
Is it bad if you stop in the middle of it?
No. So if this was if I had to stop because I had to reposition myself and this was a piece we're saving, when I'd stop, I'd actually come out here and maybe come out in this piece and stop it. And when I'll start, I'd actually start out here, then loop back in.
Yeah, that makes sense if you're on the edge of it, but it doesn't really matter here.
It doesn't matter here, but yeah, if I had to reposition myself, I'd come over here, then pull out, unhook, and then I'd probably start in that same thing and work back over like that.
That makes sense. Okay.
Since you've already got a hole there, you just hold it in there.
You just want to hold
Yep, because you got a hole blown through it already, so. You got it, bud. Alright.
Well, I guess that's a good thing to practice on instead of
Yep. And I'll catch you a couple 4 plug weld holes there, and then we'll get this all ground up and get it set up here. No texting at work, bud.
Hey, I was going to go to parties, but
Saturday night party or what?
Yeah.
Well, we got about another 30 minutes there, and get this other sheet tacked on. Or you need to leave now?
No, it's fine.
Okay. He's having too much fun, he says. He just won't admit it on camera. I see you smiling. Alright, Tucker got this sheet all ground off. So while he was grinding, I actually made you a little filler plate. So you guys remember we got this big gap. I actually plasma cut this out of a piece of that steel. We'll put it in there. I got a little trick too I'm going to show you.
Trick?
Yeah, so that's kind of hard to hold in there, right? So I got a 1/4-inch bolt out of the bolt pin. You want to tack that on there, and that'll be your holder.
Hey, well then you got to... Okay, well, I guess that works.
That works. And we got a couple nuts to tack on here too. Alright, you ready?
No.
A little tacky tack.
It's gonna go everywhere.
You got it. Now, when you want to put this where it's catching, it's kind of over here so it catches that gap. So tack her to the blade.
Should we do the corner?
Yeah, tack it down here and then tack, and then on.
You want it tacked to the blade or top of that?
No, tack it to the Dozer blade, not the new skin.
Let's try it. Weird angle. See, I'm used to working on like class.
This is real world, son.
Well, yeah. See, in class I would just
this ain't classroom.
Like T-joints and stuff.
You can only learn so much in a classroom. See, break that off. We're done. Didn't burn no fingers.
I had to fill that one in a bit.
Yeah, put a couple more welds on there, and that's good for that. Yeah. Good practice.
There's a gap in there. I don't know if I...
That's all right. It's just basically a filler for the 2 sheets. So
I want to put another one there. There's a gap. Big old gap.
Fine.
Yeah.
Okay. You ready for some? Oh, drop that nut. Ready?
Yeah.
We put one in here, just like we did on the other side. Let me get her nice and flat. All right, there you go.
Got it. Can't see. That's the worst tack ever.
I think the wind was blowing on you. You need to get that one a little better? I think you had it all right.
I did not get it all right.
So sometimes you get the wind blowing in these doors and it blows your shielding gas away. If you can feel wind blowing around in your helmet in there, you got too much wind going on. You can feel it on your face. Does that make sense? All right, ready to throw that other sheet up?
I think that's the operator.
Which way? Your way?
Go your way, babe.
Oh, wait.
That's a little too much. You can go your way again. There you go.
Coming down.
You got it. Sound got it.
Coming your way.
Yeah. You're against the... That's about... Is that how you want it there?
Pretty close.
I know.
Yeah, why don't you get the hammer and tap it over just a little bit. There's a hammer on that pallet. So what we're trying to do here is have about a 1/4-inch gap or a little bit less. We're going to bump it over just a little bit, so we're just a little wider than that right now. So, yep, just a little tappy tap.
More?
I think it's pretty good, Tucker. Get some tacks on the bottom and repeat the whole procedure here again. It's looking good. You guys can see that filler piece in there, so we don't have a big hole there now. Make it easier on the welder man. I'll hold this down a little bit. We'll get some tacks on there and get the forklift out of the way. Then we'll use the mini excavator and push it on. Get her?
I was a bit far away at the end there, but
Yeah, keep her in close.
those are not daily.
All right, Tucker got her tacked on. Not too bad, not too bad.
The other one was better, that's all I gotta say.
Well, you can go to bed early tonight, right? And you can weld on tomorrow. All right, that's all we're gonna do for today. We'll be back in the morning. You're gonna get that all welded up, looking pretty. Trim ends off the plasma cutter. And I think your brother's coming too. He's gonna finish up his big old backhoe. We got a big old antique going on over here. All right, be a good end to the fall break, huh?
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you guys in the morning. All right, we're back at it again, aren't we? Did you have fun at your party?
Somewhat, yeah.
Somewhat. All right, you're gonna fire this up and set the blade down. We'll get the top. Okay. All right, so you guys can see this top edge is sticking out here. That blade actually straightens up, so we'll take the excavator bucket and push her back. You gonna give her the tack job? Try to. We'll try to get that pushed back here and get her nice and tight and looking good. How'd you do?
Okay.
All right, we got her all pushed back up nice and tight, don't you? Looking good. Looking good. A little bit of a hole right there. That's not too bad, though. You can hide that for sure.
Did that just crack? Oh, that just cracked and destroyed it. We don't...
I can come back in and push that in a little bit. You didn't have a real good weld there, huh? There's a lot of tension on this thing, for sure, when you start warping stuff around like that. All right.
That side, I can do that side so much better. That side kind of sucked. Everything.
You gotta learn to weld everything, son.
Yeah, I don't know why I sucked on that side. But that side I'm doing way
We'll
better.
come back over and hit that. Maybe hit this right here too, in that bigger spot. Couple more tacks. Then I'm gonna set you guys up on time lapse and you can watch Mr. Tucker weld it all up, huh?
Try, I guess.
Just that easy. You got a little bit of welding ahead of you.
A little bit, yeah.
All right. How'd you do?
I did all right,
You did very good.
I guess.
Very good for your first time. Well, Tucker got this all welded up. Looking good. These people in the comments will let you know how you did for sure. He welded all that up. I did cut the sides off for him. You got this all ground off, holes welded up, ground off flush. Not bad for your first time, for sure.
For our first time.
We got new cutting edges. Kevin and I probably put on there tomorrow. But overall, how'd you feel about it?
Different.
Different? Different than welding in a classroom, ain't it?
Yeah, for sure.
It's good experience for sure. You did a very good job. I've seen a lot of these welded on at auctions and stuff, and this is better than probably 80% of them. So.
You see, I was trying different stuff that I've never done before, so like it kind of backfired.
But you learned a lot of stuff. I showed you a lot of stuff too.
Yeah, for sure.
It's nothing like that. So you get a couple more down, you'll be looking like a professional.
Maybe.
Now this is perfectly fine. You guys are looking for these. We do sell these. This has come from Paint Valley Equipment. It's out of AR plate. They're pre-rolled. Case John Deere Cat. We can get different widths and stuff. So yeah, I think it turned out very well for sure. So guys like seeing this kind of stuff, definitely let me know in the comments. Let Tucker know how he did, because he reads the comments too, don't you?
Kind of depends.
Yeah, you will on this one. You guys like this video, hit that like button, that thumbs up button. It helps us out a lot, doesn't it? And don't forget, we got stickers, t-shirts, and merchandise on the website. Be in the description below. Tucker makes the stickers too. So, and this dozer will be for sale too. We're probably gonna make it look pretty again. We gotta go through and service. I think it's like a 5,000 hour 650J XLT. But yeah, it'll be a good one for sure. So, all right, guys, we'll catch you next time.
See ya.
Bye.